So, after that, the big one, UFC. Talk to me how that happened, signing for UFC.
Well, if I'm honest, after that fight, you know, I knew that it was inevitable, it was coming. There was a Liverpool show, I think, 8 weeks after that fight, so I thought I'd be on that. You know, I came out of that fight unscratched, unhurt. My weight was already low, so I
The
thought,
Darren Till fight?
Yeah, I thought when Darren Till's fighting in Liverpool, 8 weeks, I'll be on that. But funny enough, it ended up being the week after that in New York. You know, they texted my manager rang me, said the UFC want to sign you. You know, 9 weeks against Johnny Eduardo, who was ranked, fight before the one I had with him, he was ranked 10th in the world. So they weren't giving me no easy debut. But you know, I was buzzing to get in there and get the job done. And you know, again, that fight took a bit of damage in it,
yeah.
But that's not what I want. But I want to put on a show for people as well sometimes, you know.
Yeah, the first round you had like a bit of a busted nose. It looked like it was troubling you a bit, but then you came through it and what have you. And it was just talk to me about the whole experience of coming out, being introduced as a UFC fighter. What was that like?
It's very weird, but it felt right at the same time. It almost feels like you're in a game. Seeing the UFC staff, the UFC gloves, that sort of thing. It's this weird feeling, but you know, it's a good one, obviously. And then to go in there, get the win and get the bonus, you know, that was...
yeah, you got the $50,000 bonus, yeah.
I was sitting in bed that night with concussion, a broken nose, and my eye was about out here. I remember sitting in bed, half feeling like I was about to die, and we was watching just to get the replay of my fight, and next thing it come up with the performance, the night's winners, and it had me next to 50 Gs, and me and my dad just jump up screaming. And then I was half like being sick at the same time, but you know, it definitely helped with the concussion. What was
like, leading up to the fight, like the fight week, the weigh-ins and stuff? Is that a lot different from what you're used to? Obviously, you had the press coverage. I mean, UFC is ridiculously big.
Well, this show ended up being quite a small show. It wasn't a huge one. You know, we didn't actually do live.
It was on Fox, wasn't it?
Yeah. We ended up not even doing the public weigh-ins. You know, it just had the cameras there and whatnot. So to be honest, it was quite laid back, quite chilled out one, which is perfect for a debut. You know, don't get me wrong, I do like doing all the media stuff and being busy on fight week, but to be able to go out there, travel there, and pretty much all I had to do was chill out, make weight, you know, sign a few things, and then fight. That was kind of, I think, a blessing really to have that as a debut.
What was Dana White like?
Didn't meet him.
Oh, you didn't
get to meet him, no. So.
Have you actually had any contact with Dana at all?
No, not personally. You know, I got an email, but it was just his signature on the bottom. But obviously someone else must have printed it saying, you know, congratulations on your debut, what a fight, blah blah blah, signing Dana White, and you know, I was quite chuffed with that. But I know that he wasn't even sending it.
That will come, I suppose. Just go back about your trainer, Brad Pickett. How did that come about? You connected with Brad?
It's quite a weird one actually, because I was watching him before I even was training. I remember seeing him in Kingston once, and I said to my girlfriend at the time, "That's Brad Pickett." And she was like, "Who's Brad Pickett?" And I said, "Brad, whatever." And I just went, "Brad," and he looked at me, and I just went, "Way," like that. And now I'm pretty much, you know, the guy is like a brother to me. I was introduced to him by a training partner. We just got up for some sparring, and he brought him along with him. And Brad then moved to Malden, which is 5 minutes from my house. You know, he said to me at the sparring, he said, you know, if you ever want to come team time with me, you can more than welcome to jump in the car. So literally jumping in the car with him, spending 3 hours a day just in the car to training and back, and you know, the rest is history. And now, you know, I'm proud to say that he's one of my head coaches.
So you're based, you do most of your training here now, don't you? Raptors do?
Raptors in Sutton, and then I have all my sparring and main training in Team Titan, which is North London. Right. Bit of a journey.
Obviously I've seen you do a bit of work with Angel, big shout out to Angel, and obviously waiting for Raptors, but how do you enjoy like having a mix a couple of gyms to go to?
Yeah, you know, okay, so Raptors for me is 5 minutes from my house. And I've come down here a lot, I do some pads with my dad here and hit the bags, that sort of thing, and use the facility. And then I've been seeing Angel in here with Isaac Chamberlain, you know, and putting the work in. And he said to me one day, you know, do you want to do a bit of pads? And you know, now I'm training with him twice a week, and I feel like my hands have,
yeah, I saw you this
definitely
morning.
got a lot more sharp since working with him. It's a blessing, you know. Again, I say I'm spoiled with coaches. I wanted to work on my boxing, and you know, I think one of the best boxing coaches is now around the corner from me.